Hello everybody, welcome to the show today. Arrests have actually been made by the FBI and it's about time. We have been waiting for this for a long time. For a very, very long time. Trump has put his foot on the pedal, pushing forward with more arrests, holding Pam Bondi accountable, and it's about dang time. We have where the FBI has actually made arrests across the board pertaining to those that have caused chaos pertaining to the Jimmy Kimmel and all of his firing. The FBI has actually arrested the person who shot up an ABC news station allegedly because they fired Jimmy Kimmel over Charlie Kirk's remarks. That has been officially been arrested. We have more activists on the Antifa / left-wing side, guys, that have been arrested. You had people outside of the Charlie Kirk memorial funeral yesterday that were literally yelling at people saying that, "I hope your baby dies," to those pregnant mothers that were entering the funeral. More arrests have been made across the board. We cannot stand for this lawlessness. We cannot stand for people that literally want us to die. And Trump is finally putting his foot to the pedal to push fully forward to do whatever it takes to bring justice and peace back to America. We also have where Elon Musk and President Trump sat together and had a good conversation over Charlie Kirk's funeral. Elon Musk is on board to do whatever it takes to make sure that MAGA team replaces rhinos in the red wave coming in the midterms. Guys, we are so excited about this because, again, too, President Trump and Elon Musk had a falling out. They've come back together after Charlie Kirk's passing, and now we're pushing forward with a huge red wave. The stuff that I get to show you today, the new polls that are coming out, Trump is winning across the board when it comes to the economy, immigration, crime. Trump is double digits up, and this is what we wanted. But we want to replace all the rhinos, all the rhino Republicans in Congress with MAGA people. We also have an update on Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago that's resulted in the arrest. Finally, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Operation Midway Blitz has resulted in the arrest of over 550 murders, gangbangers, drug traffickers, all across the board. Trump said this has been a huge success and will continue and will come to every major city across the U.S. This is what we voted for. Democrats are afraid. Anyone that has celebrated Charlie Kirk's death has been fired. They literally have an app that's been released by the Trump administration to report anybody that's celebrated, any boss that has celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. Guess what? You're getting fired. Trump also has a huge announcement concerning the rising autism rates in America. And it's not good for anyone that believes that the CDC is never wrong, especially when it came to COVID. But we are exposing so much. They asked Trump, what do Democrats stand for? Trump said chaos, anger, they're losers, they're angry, and they took a big loss, and they're doing worse now than they were during the election. And when you have people now, again, Democrats outside the Charlie Kirk funeral had signs shouting, "I hope your baby dies." Things like, you cannot come to common ground with these people. President Trump says his administration is investigating the growing epidemic of transgender or trans-linked shooters. Guys, across the board, we're holding people accountable. Like I said, there has been so many arrests that have happened. We're finally holding people accountable. The FBI is finally doing their dang job. Pam Bondi is finally getting off her butt to go in and hold people accountable, especially within Congress. So much good news for you today. Big breaking news show today, guys. A lot of stuff has happened this morning. I want to say thank you to everybody who is watching, to all of our subscribers and viewers. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for all your support. If you're not subscribed, please consider joining our family here at TrueLife News. We want to serve you with the top news every day. And if you don't mind doing us the biggest favor ever of hitting that thumbs up like button, this is helping to grow our voice, growing this channel, carrying on the mantle that Charlie Kirk left behind. And I want to give some special love to those that have given Jay Miller, Elizabeth, Charlie Boy, so much for your super chats. And remember, today is the day of giving. Today, we'll be making our donation at the end of this stream to a local charity, a local children's home, and this is what it's all about. We are changing lives with your support. Whenever you give a super chat donation, whenever you help us out by being a member of this channel, we take proceeds from this, we partner with you, and we make a huge donation live on stream. We show you the receipt because we are going to bring good into this world. We give God the glory, guys, and we want to bring America First policies and want to help out our seniors and do the best that we can to always, always, always do what is right. Like I said, big show today, lots of arrests happening. It's going across the board. Check this out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Just want to say again, thank you so much to everybody who's already given. We've got so much gifted memberships we're going to get to in just a moment. Y'all show them some love if you got a free membership in the chat. Big show today, guys. Listen to this.
Be thoroughly investigated. Here now with reaction, Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, our friend Jim Jordan is with us. Wow, you had a boring day.
No, Cash was great, Sean, and you played some of the highlights both from yesterday and some of the great things he did. Turns out, Sean, when you stop spying on parents, stop spying on presidents, stop spying on pro-lifers, stop spying on Catholics, and focus on getting the bad guys, you can actually get the bad guys off the streets. And that to me, was the key takeaway from today's hearing. Kash Patel, Director Patel, has the FBI back focused on taking bad guys, getting bad guys off the streets behind bars. That's a good thing for the country. We all understand that. And the politics is gone. And I think the other big takeaway, frankly, was he as much as confirmed, he can't really do this because it's an ongoing investigation, but he pretty much said that Comey, Clapper, Brennan, and the former chair of the House Intelligence Committee, now the senator from California, are under this investigation that Attorney General Bondi has started, this special strike force she is using to focus in on what they did back in December of 16, January of 17, when they started this whole charade to go after President Trump and undermine him. I think those were the two big takeaways. Relative to Antifa, Sean, you're right. These people need to be investigated. Remember what they did 5 summers ago? When they for like 100 days straight in Portland, Oregon, they laid siege to just a nonstop attack on the federal building there in Portland. Of course, the president's right. These people need to be investigated, and our committee will be looking into it.
Let's go, baby. This is so powerful, guys. Everybody's being investigated. Such a success. I just want to show you the update from Homeland Security on Operation Midway Blitz. 550 plus arrests already. Gang members, sexual assault, vehicular robbery, felony assault, armed robbery, murder, drug trafficking across the board. The FBI is finally moving forward with such force, and it's all because Trump has had it. Look at this. The FBI has taken into custody the suspect linked to the shooting in ABC 10's Sacramento, allegedly shot up ABC because they fired Jimmy Kimmel. Guys, this stuff, Trump's not having it anymore. And I told you, he's 100% going to the root of it. Look at what the leading report posts. Breaking this morning, President Trump says his administration is investigating the growing epidemic of transgender or trans-linked shooters. Across the board, we're showing you guys, enough is enough. There's arrests being made. People are getting scared, especially on the Democratic left-wing side, because they know Trump's coming for them. If you appreciate this, guys, we're finally getting some action arrests. If you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button, big stuff coming out today.
The criticism I felt was ridiculous. They were able to catch this guy out in Utah in 33 hours. You know, the Sarnoff brothers, 5 days. Eric Rudolph, 6 years. The Unabomber, 17 years. Here's what we have since Kash has been FBI director. More than 23,000 violent criminals arrested. 6,000 illegal firearms off the streets. Located more than 4,700 child victims. A 35% increase. 1,500 child predators arrested and captured. 4 of the 10 most wanted in this country. And not really been there that long. I'd say that's a pretty impressive record.
It's amazing. It's truly impressive. Not to mention the guy they caught who was one of the people responsible for what happened at Abbey Gate. One of the guys from the 4th District, Max Subiak was from our district, was one of the people who gave his life for our country. So this is a guy who's focused on the central mission of the premier law enforcement agency, doing what you're supposed to do, not doing the politics. And also, he's also giving us the information that Chris Wray wouldn't. Just with the Catholic memo situation, Chris Wray said it was a one-off. It only happened in the one field office in Richmond, Virginia. That was not true. Cash has given us 700 documents that show it was in multiple field offices, multiple places around the country. They surveilled a priest. They spied on the church, spied on a priest. That's how bad it was. That stuff is gone. They're focusing on getting the bad guys and holding people accountable who started this whole weaponization of our intelligence community and our law enforcement.
100%.
We've got to get to the bottom of that. We got to restore our intelligence community back to their former greatness. I said last week before they captured this guy that assassinated Charlie Kirk, I said, I have faith. I've known Pam Bondi for over 30 years. I have faith in her, the DOJ, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino. I've known them a long time. I know that their heart was in it from day one.
Yes.
The criticism was fast, but so...
Guys, so much is going on right now, and I just want to show you this. You cannot negotiate with people that are literally, I want to pull this forward, holding up signs. This was outside of the funeral. You cannot negotiate, you cannot come to common ground with people that were holding up signs to pregnant women that were attending Charlie Kirk's memorial saying, I hope your baby dies. What is wrong with these people? And this is what Trump had to say, and I appreciate it. This is what Trump had to say. You can agree with him or not, but something has to change.
His opponents, he wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent. Charlie's angry. Looking down, he's angry at me now. He wasn't interested in demonizing anyone. He was interested in persuading everyone to the ideas and principles of his opponent.
So again, guys, I'm telling you, and what you're about to hear next, Trump is finally laying down the hammer on Bondi. FBI is moving forward so much arrest, and people are loving it. Listen to this.
Trump finally, he must have read your book, The President, because finally on Friday he had enough of it. Or was it Saturday? He put out, hey, Pam, love you, baby, but nothing happening on this stuff. And he made it, I think it was Halligan, he made a decision. He got rid of the guy in they got rid of the guy in Eastern District and put Mary Halligan in there, and he literally went through chapter and verse, kind of the guy's talking about. I just want to make sure everybody understands something. Peter Navarro was the senior advisor to President Trump, and one of the central reasons his philosophy and understanding of China is one of the reasons President Trump won in 2016. He then was in the government, and this brother fought every day for the American worker, every day, and for this country, against the Gary Cohns and the Mnuchins and all the globalists. Every day, Peter Navarro is in the cockpit fighting. What is his reward for that? What is his reward for that? In Reagan National Airport, one of the most crowded of so many prominent people going around, they drag him and his girlfriend, or his fiance now, they drag him off a plane about to board, right? Knowing they could have done anything, gone to his lawyer, anything, dragged him off on the causeway, shackled him like a murderer. By the way, something they didn't do to the kid in Utah. He was never shackled coming in, and then put him in leg irons on the causeway to humiliate him and to show you what's in store for you, big guy, and all the people around you. If you're going to defy us, the guy that did that should be in prison now. This is why the book's going to infuriate you, and this is why you need to read it and think about it, because they're coming for you. The point of Navarro's book ain't about him. It's not about Bonnie. Peter Navarro's tough enough. Steve Bannon's tough enough. We can go back to prison. Trust me. We'll be fine. It's you. And if you don't think they're coming for you, you are absolutely dead wrong. and 26 or 28, and that's why it has to be not you. You say accountability. I understand that. You're in the White House. You need to do that. I'm for much more than accountability. We have to take this thing apart brick by brick, and we have to do it now. And finally, President Trump, God bless him, had a belly full of it. All the excuses, all the tapping along, which I've been saying, getting tapped along, and boom, drop the hammer and say, hey, look, I love you. But, hey, these guys are still walking the face of the earth. Why? And I'm going to start putting some people in there if you don't. So get on the program, and get on the program now. Trump's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Somebody's got to step up and do what I gave. Why did I, at the Student Action Summit in July in Tampa, talk about this very topic? It has to happen now. For the president, for the country, and for you, this audience.
Guys, and I'm telling you, I love this. I love getting to report this. Director Kash Patel reported this morning, FBI is taking into suspect linked to the shooting in ABC 10 Sacramento station lobby, allegedly where this person shot up ABC News because they fired Jimmy Kimmel. Guess what? Going to jail. We're finally, the people, this is what we're dealing with, guys. Trump is going to be investigating. I want to show you this because this is so big. You don't hear it from the right about, oh, we're going to go and we want assassinations. You don't want to hear that from the right, but look at this transgender activist. I'm not even going to play it because the language is so bad, but this transgender activist calls to fight back with blood, wants more assassinations, and hopes to make conservatives afraid to talk to fear of being killed. This right here is only coming from one side, and because of that, Trump said, you know what? Enough is enough. We have to do something. President Trump's admin this morning posted and said, we are investigating the growing epidemic of transgender or trans-linked shooters. When it's coming from one side, you have to do something about it. I want to give some special love again to our boys, Elon Musk and Trump actually came together yesterday, guys. Such a beautiful moment. We're hearing that Elon Musk is pledging to help Trump win and replace Republican rhinos with MAGA in the Congress in 2026 midterms to get a red wave. And I'm about to show you how powerful it's coming, guys, because I'm telling you, we are going to see something that we've never seen before, unprecedented. I love it. I do want to give some special love to our boy, Mr. Tracy J. Norby, for gifting 70, guys, 70 gifted TrueLife News memberships. If you got a free membership from Mr. Norby, you better show him some love in the chat. Thank you so much, brother. And he also gave a super chat saying, just let y'all know, I've listed this into TrueLife News since 4 years ago. Never a subscriber as of over the year ago. I became a full-fledged member of this cool family. I support Joel. Let's give our heart and souls out to the children's today in donations. I love it. Show Mr. Norby some love in the chat. Also, don't forget to show OG of the channel too, Chris Prez, for gifting 50, guys. TrueLife News memberships, growing the family. We are growing our giving. We're growing our family. We are making a difference. And today will be the biggest donation of the year because of your support that we're going to do at the end of this show to a local children's home. Guys, I love it. And don't forget to show Jogo some love in the chat. Appreciate you, brother, and your support. Kathy Brewer for gifting 5 TrueLife News memberships. Thank you so much. If you got a free membership from Kathy, show her some love in the chat. Jeffrey Hatt, OG of the channel, said, that was the most beautiful speech at a funeral I have ever heard. Miss Kirk is so amazing and forgiving. God bless Charlie and his family. Amen. Show Jeffrey some love in the chat. OG D-Dog for being a member for 11 months. Sweet kitten. Thank you so much. Lori Rapier said, thank you for all you do. God is good always. Patty Razor. Canaryville Kid said, love your channel and your mission. Amen. Show them some love in the chat. Big stuff again is coming because I told you, people's eyes are being opened. Common sense is winning over. And when I get to love, when I show you things on this channel that is the truth of where people are standing at, because the left has lost it. If you appreciate this, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button, listen to this, guys. Get some popcorn because you're about to love it.
What do you think?
Yeah, what are we seeing? You know, Donald Trump being underwater, Democrats saying, oh, this guarantees us we're going to fly high in the midterms. Let me tell you, this guarantees you nothing, because at this particular point, the Democrats are the New Orleans Saints of political parties. What are we talking about? Trust the Dems or GOP more on the economy? Who leads on the economy? Republicans by 7. Immigration, Republicans by 13. How about crime, a big issue for Donald Trump and the Republicans? Look at that, lead by 22 points.
And I just want to preface this and say this because I don't know if you can read it at the bottom, everybody. This is polling by the Washington Post. This is not a right-wing poll. This is not a MAGA poll. No, this is a left-wing media outlet poll that is showing you that Trump is winning, MAGA is winning, America is getting back on track, 7+ in the economy, 13+ in the immigration, and 22+ on crime, baby.
So the bottom line is this. At this particular point, the ball may be on the ground, but the Democrats have not picked up the ball and running with it. If anything, at this particular point, it's the Republicans who are running with the ball on the top issues, the economy, immigration, and crime.
Give some context on this. Compare this when Republicans last took the House.
Yeah, let's compare it back to 2022. I think this kind of gives away the game right here, okay? The GOP is more trusted than the Dems on the economy. It was 12 points in 2022. Slight decline in that lead, but still 7 points. How about immigration? It was Republicans by 3 back in 2022. Look at this. The Republican lead's actually gone up by 10 points. What are you doing, Democrats? My goodness gracious. And on crime, the Republicans were up by 13, and now they're up by 22. The lead again expanding by nearly double digits. So whatever Democrats are doing, it ain't working, Kate. It ain't working. Republicans have the lead on all 3 issues.
What's the reason that you are finding so far that's driving this?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's all about the center of the electorate, right? You win with independents, you win overall. And what do we see right here among independents? Republicans still have a point lead on the economy. They got a 10-point lead on immigration. They got a 21-point lead on crime. The bottom line is when you look at these numbers, Democrats should call their offices because at this particular point, even if Republicans, or even if the public doesn't like what Donald Trump is doing, they ain't necessarily liking what Democrats are doing. And it ain't just a referendum on one party. You actually have to go out and beat that party. At this particular point, Democrats are not able to beat Republicans. They still
and again, this isn't as Donald Trump.
And remember, independents decide an election. You have it's like 42% of America will always vote for MAGA, Republican, and 42% will always vote Democrat no matter who's in the ballot box, even Kamala Harris. But it's that middle ground. It's the independents that you're seeing right here when it comes to immigration, the economy, and crime that Trump and MAGA are winning. And this is what we have to continue to do. Keep the momentum going. And what I'm going to show you in a moment, guys, people, look at this crime. 21 points up because of what I'm going to show you in a moment. And this is what people are loving.
Came into office. These are numbers from this month.
These are numbers from September of 2025. We still find that the Republicans leading on all 3 of these issues. And of course, this economy will be the key. If Democrats are going to win, they're going to have to likely win on the economy. At this particular point among independents, you see that 1-point lead for Republicans. And overall, at least according to the Washington Post, they hold a 7-point lead on the economy over.
And again, the Washington Post, this is not a right-wing outlet. This is big, y'all. And again, right here, Operation Midway Blitz. Trump said this is coming to every single major city. Doesn't matter if you're red and doesn't matter if you're blue. Already within 2 weeks, 550 arrests, TDA gang members, sexual assault of children, vehicular robbery, felony assaults, murder, drug trafficking, stalking, armed robbery. Guess what? Cleaning up America. This is what it looks like, and everybody appreciates it. This is what America voted for. This is what America wants, and this is what's going to help deliver to us a red wave. We are living in a huge inflection point, and I want to show you this. There's no greater point. The White House released this from the funeral yesterday. The White House literally posted, it was Trump looking out into the crowd, said, this is the turning point. This is where people have had enough. Enough is enough. You cannot negotiate with the other side. We have to just continuing to push common sense policies and MAGA first policies.
Trump finally, he must have read your book.
Oh, sorry, wrong one, guys.
Want to make sure you can be a big force multiplier, and let's get the word out, because we're going to have tons of special people associated with the Real America Voice channel, which was the channel of Charlie Kirk and the Charlie Kirk Show, and we're going to have obviously a lot of folks that have been contributors to the War Room, some that will be able to make it out to Phoenix, and others who will be in remote. But we will start at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning and go throughout the day, will not end until the evening. And so if you want to get a great day of content and hard-hitting content, please join us tomorrow. You see right there, a New York Times, I don't know if Grace, you can get it to the guys in Denver, but it's up on my Getter. And this is why you ought to go to Getter. I'm always putting stuff up there first. You know why? Has a huge article. I think it's on page 1 of the paper, in the physical paper, at least part of it. About this whole issue of Jimmy Kimmel, and here's what's obvious. They take the firing of Jimmy Kimmel, which was really an economic decision made by the affiliates. They're just tired of it. They don't want the hate. They know they can't lose 60% of their audience, and particularly the unacceptable remarks he made about Charlie Kirk, and he was prepared to make more and attack MAGA. They don't need that. This is why Hollywood movies are bombing. This is why so many of the the cable, this is why they're spinning off MSNBC, right? There's just no audience for that anymore. That kind of overarching narrative of the globalists and the elitists in this country has collapsed. Why? They use that information and news in service to themselves, not to the country and not to citizens of the country. And American citizens are very smart and have tremendous common sense and kind of basic core American values and have seen through it. And so they're so freaked out because they know that we're coming for them, and we are coming from them. And I said in the New York Times, I'm not good. People, I've had 1,000 people come to me, hey, can you come up and debate the free speech? No, I'm not interested in that. We're taking action now.
Yes.
We're cleaning house at these media companies. And this is why the media companies are making all this nonsense about the Antifa and the investigation. Well, Antifa's just a bunch of kids running around. That's on the surface. And they're not kids running around. They're very well trained by military intelligence and national security operatives. They're embedded in the deep state in your government. The young woman that was a member of Antifa and left on Jesse Waters the other night walked you through it. How I think it was in New York, upstate New York, she got training from military personnel. So that's the second layer, is the training layer. And the third layer is the one that's important. That's the Mac Daddy. That is Soros and its tides and its, all the interconnections of the money and Act Blue and how the foreign money comes in. Plus, it's going to be a number of these media operations and these media personnel. And using the toolbox of the investigation, of the investigative apparatus of terrorism, right, of terror finance, you've got a whole new set of toolboxes. And this is what your government has done. This is what the Trump administration has done that's quite brilliant in the last 72 hours, or I guess since Charlie's execution, Charlie's assassination, because Charlie was executed. He was executed by the radical left because he was the most decent, humble, effective communicator we had in a generation that brought people to him. It's so many young people. You're going to see it tomorrow. They're coming to him because he didn't really have, he had an ego as far as getting things done, but he was such an open person. And
I want to show you this, guys, because I'm telling you, the FBI finally, there's literally operations happening to hold these crazy people, left-wing, accountable. This is Operation No Escape. You have Operation Midway Blitz, which we just showed you. We have Operation No Escape. This is happening throughout the country. We're going to show you guys that Trump is literally going after everybody. 177 fugitives wanted throughout Georgia. Guess what? All arrested. Operation No Escape. This is alleged murders, rapists, drug traffickers. This is cleaning up crime like never before. These are the faces, guys. I'm telling you, this is huge. And not only that, I just want to reiterate more than ever that when George Floyd died during his arrest, it resulted in $2 billion of property damage, 200 federal buildings damaged, 2,000 police officers injured, and at least 25 Americans killed. Charlie Kirk was killed and assassinated in cold blood. 0 rioting, 0 looting, 0 injuries, peaceful vigils and prayer, 0 in property damage, and 0 Americans killed. we are not the same. And this is what we want to push, is that, guys, we're sick and tired of it. Trump is sick and tired of it. The FBI is moving forward like never before, and I'm so glad because there's more arrests. I'm going to show you that it's happening, that they're reporting out today that's happening behind the scenes, and it's all of cleaning up America. If you appreciate this, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button, this is big, y'all. Adeline Starr, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go. Said, we love you, Joel. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm so happy to be with the people who feel the same way I do. Amen, Adeline. We appreciate you so much. Joey Ziegler, welcome to the family, brother. Show Joey some love in the chat. George Masalas, thank you so much, brother. Said, God bless President Donald J. Trump. Nelson Feliciano, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. Show Nelson some love in the chat, as well as Andy, who said, a new special stupidity. The latest insanity from the radical left is getting tattoos which celebrate the brutal murder of Charlie Kirk. This is cool. Makes them so much easier to identify. Go lefties. I actually saw that, and I wasn't going to show it on this channel, but people are literally posting on X that they're getting tattoos of Charlie Kirk being shot, tattoos on their body of that image of when it happened. And again, you cannot negotiate with people like that, guys. It breaks my heart that people would go so far as to do that. But what it shows you is that something has to change. We cannot move forward with that, with everything that's happening right now. I want to show you this because, again, we're moving forward with calling out and showing everybody on the left's crazy ideologies. Listen to this.
Speaker, thank you so much for coming on. I want to talk about the fiscal goings-on in a moment, but, you know, commensurate with the riff and the report out of Arizona, you have a very good resolution here. I'm reading it. It has a lot of important stuff in it, which you got through. You get through these things miraculously. I don't know how you do it, sir. But let me just read something. Whereas the tragic loss of Charlie Kirk must not be allowed to deepen the divide in our nation, but instead serve as a turning point to recommit ourselves to better angels and to the timeless American principle of liberty governed by truth and the virtues of peaceful dialogue. And you go on one more. Whereas Charlie Kirk would not have us respond to his death with despair, but rather with renewed purpose to speak truth with courage, to stand firm in faith, and to seek unity while standing in principle. I will thank you for that, Mr. Speaker. I don't know if people around the country are aware of this resolution or the wording of this resolution. There's much more in it, but I want to thank you for it. It's a wonderful thing, and I hope you'd just give us a moment here on the show and tell us about the genesis of this resolution, what you were aiming at.
Larry, thanks so much. Great to be with you as always. Our hearts are heavy. It's been a very difficult week, more than a week now, in America since Charlie's untimely passing, his assassination, for standing for those principles you just articulated. I'll be traveling with the president on Air Force One to go to the memorial service, the funeral on Sunday in Phoenix. But in the meantime, everyone in Congress wanted to take some action. They wanted to go on record to affirm the incredible legacy and the life of our friend Charlie Kirk. Now, the Democrats didn't see it the same way, and in spite of that lofty language that you just read there, that's a sampling of the language in the resolution. There's nothing partisan about it at all. 118 Democrats this afternoon, Larry, decided not to vote or to vote no on this resolution. All it does is affirm a young American who died too early, who gave his life to American principles and values and patriotism and free speech. And it decried the assassination and political violence that's taken over our country. Democrats voted against that, and I think it's shameful.
Yeah, it's really too bad. I don't understand how somebody like Charlie Kirk, who believes in free speech, who believes in free markets, and who believes in freedom in general as a patriot, can possibly be called a fascist or a Hitlerite or a Nazi. We have, just quickly, I'm going to read you ridiculous language in the House today by this lefty Rashida Tlaib. You know about this, but I want people to just have a look at it.
One of the things that I know and every abuse of power that, we let President Trump and the administration get away with in D.C., it will be replicated. I think it's really important. We need to stand up against this fascist takeover. That's not a bad word. It's a fact.
Fascist is a bad word. And I think...
Do you realize, guys, and again, I show you this because it's so next level out there, that fascists, who was a fascist in history? Mussolini, Hitler, these were fascists. And now you're trying to associate somebody like Trump. Charlie Kirk, are you kidding me? A person who stood for Christian values, who stood for putting America first, and obviously that's fascist nowadays. But this is what we're dealing with. And again, how do you negotiate with people on this level? And I want to show you this too, because again, it's the entire leadership. And even CNN is literally trying to throw Chuck Schumer a bone and say, guess what? You said something this time, now you said it again. Listen to this, guys, because I'm telling you, the breaking news is mind-blowing of how far it's like they're not even operating with one bit of common sense whatsoever. Listen to this.
I think it's a real threat to democracy, Dana. You know, the Justice Department has always been a very, very strong civil service, no matter who was in charge, a Democrat or Republican. They went after law violators without fear or favor. What Trump is doing is he's turning it. He's firing anybody who doesn't seem to be part of his acolytes. And he's turning it into an instrument that goes after his enemies, whether they're guilty or not, and most of them are not guilty at all, and that helps his friends. This is the path to a dictatorship. That's what dictatorships do. It is so very, very frightening and damaging to our republic.
You heard the president over and over on the campaign trail saying that he was going to do just this, that he was going to investigate his political enemies, and he won the election. So it's certainly...
Do you realize what just happened there? And what we have to call out is that, yes, he said there was lawfare used against me, because if you did not think there wasn't lawfare against Trump, you are naive and you're not living in the same reality as the rest of the majority of Americans who voted for Trump. And for her and CNN to go out there and say, hey, he said he was going to do this. Yes. And guess what? They still voted for him. He still became president. Why? Because what Chuck Schumer, the Democrats, and all them are saying is a bunch of you-know-what. That's what we're showing. Fred Samuel, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Thank you so much. Said, hey, all wanting to thank you all for your prayers. I will be back to normal watching in a few days. Sorry I can't be around right now. Family extremely important. Brother, we hope that everything is okay with you. Y'all show Fred some love in the chat. Chris Prez, thank you, brother, so much for the gifted super chat. Riding the rocket. Let's go. I love it. OG of the channel. Show Chris some love in the chat, everybody. Yvonne Criado, thank you so much, Yvonne, for the super chat. We appreciate you so much. And guys, you better give it up for the OG of the channel, Mr. Tracy J. Norby, with another gifted 50 True Life News memberships, 120 memberships given today. This brother is a true believer. Guys, I'm telling you, you watch me every day. I don't change. I'm America first. I'm for putting our families first, our seniors first, our kids first, making sure that we do what is right. And it means the world to me when y'all support. But guys, show Mr. Norby some love in the chat for gifting 120 True Life News memberships today. Chris Prez for gifting 50 memberships today. We are so grateful for your support, growing our voice, growing the family. We are 100% taking over and making sure that everybody can know the truth with receipts.
Mr. Speaker, it's not only a bad word, it's an inciting word, and it is ultimately, as we've seen as we get to the further reaches of the left in this country, it is a word that incites violence.
Yes,
and I think that
does.
somehow, I don't know, I can't stop her from saying it. It is a free country, but I'll repeat what I said. A fellow like Charlie Kirk, a great American like Charlie Kirk, who believed in freedom, free speech, and free markets, how in the world do you call him a fascist?
I want to show you this, and I hope you appreciate this, because breaking news is happening across the board, everybody. If you appreciate this, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button, guess what? North Carolina detention corporal Brian D. Edwards fired by Orange County Sheriff's Office after declaring himself Antifa and claiming the right should face war tribunals, be thrown in prison, and be executed via guillotine. Are you kidding me? Guys, how do you work with people like this? You can't make this stuff up. Right here, guys, we are exposing everybody across the... There are so many people that have these underlying beliefs in leadership positions, and we're exposing them all. And that's what Trump said he's going to do. We have to shine the light on the darkness, on the evil, and expose everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, because, again, more of this is coming, and we have to drain the swamp.
That's exactly the kind of rhetoric that is leading to political violence. And it is a free country, and you can say any crazy thing you want, but when you're an elected member of the United States Congress, you have a higher responsibility. You have a duty to walk in the dignity of your office and not spread that kind of nonsense. She didn't know Charlie Kirk. She didn't know anything about him. We did. Every single person that knew Charlie as a friend or watched or actually listened to what he said, he was consistent. He was a great American. He talked about faith and family and freedom and virtue and things that are noble and praiseworthy and good, as Scripture talks about. And he believed in American exceptionalism. That's what he preached, that. So because of that, they're calling him a fascist, a Nazi. That's what they label all Republicans now. It is absurd. We have to call it out. We'll continue to do that. And we'll continue, I guess, to put them on record if they're willing to vote and to vote against calling out political violence. It shows you exactly who they are, and that's why we've got to win in the election cycle coming up, as we have in the last couple.
Yes, that's a good way to look at it. Anyway, speaking of more Speaker Johnson magic, at least you got a short-term continuing resolution so the government doesn't shut down. You can tell us about that. It's not getting through the Senate so fast. They don't have as much magic as you do. But what happened exactly?
Well, listen, here's the thing, Larry. We've been working very hard. You and I have talked a lot about how we got to get Congress back to the way the budgeting and appropriations process is supposed to work. As we remember, the way it's supposed to work is 12 separate appropriations bills passed by Congress through regular order with debate and discussion and arm wrestling over what the appropriate amounts of spending are. I'm proud to tell you we've gotten that muscle memory back in the House. The House Appropriations Committee, working in bipartisan fashion, was forced into doing that, but they got it done. Chairman Tom Cole and the appropriators did a great job. 12 separate appropriations bills passed through committee, 3 off the House floor. The Senate passed 3. They don't match up exactly, so guess what? We're going to a conference committee to work that out. That's the way it's supposed to work. But we need a little bit more time because the end of the fiscal year falls September 30th. So well in advance, without drama, we put a nonpartisan, short-term, continuing resolution on the floor just to keep the government open responsibly so the appropriators can finish this process. And guess what Chuck Schumer did, Larry? He came out with a highly partisan wish list of items, a crazy list of things. He wanted to increase spending by over $1.4 trillion of new spending to attach onto this thing. He wanted to reinstitute paying illegal aliens free health care by taxpayer funding. He wanted to add $500 million to prop up left-wing media organizations again. We're just not doing that, and he knows it. So Chuck Schumer is trying to force the government into a shutdown, and he's going to pay the price for that.
Wow. All right, well said. So speaking of money, and by the way...
I want to show you this, guys, because, again, we're living in some different times right now. Elon Musk is not holding back whatsoever. He posted and said, they murdered our emissary of peace in cold blood. Message received. This was posted yesterday, guys. And it just says something that Elon Musk, whenever they tried to take out Trump, it triggered something in him. And he stepped up and he helped Trump win the election and things started moving. And now, since they've literally took out one of the most peaceful persons who every single time just said, let's talk. Let's not fight. Let's not yell, but let's talk. Now he says, message received. And there is things that are happening behind the scenes, guys, that I'm going to show you in just a moment. But they have literally triggered the richest man in the world. And I feel like if we're Trump, it was one thing because, again, too, thankfully, Trump didn't lose his life. But now, since they took out not just anybody, but one of the most peaceful peoples ever, it's done with. They're done with, and Elon Musk is done with it. People want to see change. And again, this is a guy who's the richest man in the world, owns the X platform. Big stuff is coming, guys. Jim Barbado, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. Let's go. Y'all show Jim some love in the chat, everybody. OG of the channel. Thank you so much, brother, for your support. Matthew Refrando, thank you so much for being a member for a month. And Aaron Stevenson, welcome to the family. And guys, don't forget to show Mr. Norby some love for gifting 120 TrueLife News memberships. Chris Prez for gifting 50 TrueLife News memberships. And thank you so much to Kathy Brewer for gifting 5 TrueLife News memberships. Growing the family. JH, thank you so much for gifting 5 TrueLife News memberships. Show JH some love in the chat if you got a free membership from him, guys. Thank y'all so much. We're growing the family. We're growing our voice, and it's about dang time. Listen to this.
An investigation into a wider plot?
Sean, thanks so much for having me. And because President Trump and the Attorney General have prioritized resources to this all-important investigation, we're dedicating every asset we have to run the reverse daisy chain analysis of anyone that was in contact with a suspect that's currently in custody and anyone he contacted, called, and text messaged and had chats on online social media platforms with. That's the power of the FBI. That's the resources we brought in immediately with our cell phone analytic team to use the cell phone tower data dump system to geolocate specifically where this cell phone was and who had it, and after that, who he was talking to. And Sean, let me tell you a little bit about the information we've collected. We've collected information where, through witness interviews from the FBI and local law enforcement, that he essentially admitted after the shooting and assassination of Charlie Kirk, the suspect admitted to it. Furthermore, the evidence and information will come out. I won't stylize the evidence. The Attorney General is absolutely right. We can't do that. But I will say what was found in terms of information, a text message exchange where the suspect specifically stated that he had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and he was going to do that. And when he was asked why, he said some hatred cannot be negotiated with.
Yeah, you're also running an investigation on what's called the Discord chat room, which has scores of people on it, and texts between the suspect and the partner. I assume that...
Let me tell you this, guys. Again, it's not just one. It's Trump is going after everybody. This right here, guys, I'm telling you, that he is fighting against everybody because no matter what, they're trying to stop Trump and the MAGA policy like never before. And I want to show you this because, again, this is what we're dealing with. More Americans see left-wing beliefs behind Charlie Kirk's shooting than they see right-wing beliefs. More Americans, this is what they see. But yet, remember, MSNBC, CNN, ABC all said what? We don't have a narrative yet. We don't have a motive yet. It's just... we're still waiting. Common sense people say, guess what? Left wing, fascist. Whenever Antifa, transgender, LGBTQ, like when you're siding with that, that's on the left side. But again, when you see the data and you see where the average American sits, this is where people are fed up. And again, the more that we expose all this, guys, I am so ready for all this. And again, Trump has already called the person out that you're about to see on the screen, saying you need to get stuff done. You need to start moving forward, because if we don't, we may never have another chance like this again. Listen to this.
You have done this for a long time as the AG of Florida, now the AG of the United States. You knew Charlie Kirk. You were friendly with Charlie Kirk. I'm sure you never imagined you would be investigating and then likely prosecuting the person responsible for this political assassination. That's got to be hard.
I think it's hard on all of us, on so many Americans. And Sean, you go into prosecutor mode, you go into law enforcement mode, and you just start doing your job. But then you get home at night and you look up on the TV and you see Charlie's face and know that he was assassinated. It's truly hard to believe that this happened and that there could be such hate and evil in our country to a young father, a young husband who lost, you know, he lost everything. His family's lost everything. 2 beautiful young kids who will not have a father. And I think when people do this, I guess they do know the extreme hate that they must have for him and for his family to commit such an act. But justice will be served.
But obviously the DOJ coordination with the FBI and your office is acute right now. And what about the report about this roommate? What about the report that this suspect is not cooperating? I know it's hard for you to talk about investigations. Any details that you can give us?
Yeah, I can't talk about details at all. What I can talk about that's public is that the FBI worked long and hard from day one, got this case solved. It was great police work. They worked hand in hand with the local agencies, and then they gave the gun to ATF. ATF got the DNA off the firearm, and the DNA matched the defendant in this case. That's all public. Everyone worked so hard. This was solved so fast thanks to the work of Kash Patel, the FBI, and all of our local partners working together. And the state government is prosecuting it now. They will indict most likely tomorrow or this week. They will indict him for first-degree murder. And it's too soon right now legally to say, but I think the governor has said that they want to seek the death penalty, which is very real in Utah. And they still have the firing squad in Utah. And then we, as federal prosecutors, will look to see if we have federal charges as well. And of course, if we do, we will also indict and work hand in hand with the state to ensure that this horrible human being faces the maximum extent of the law.
Guys, and I want to give you an update. We just got word about some of the wordings that I told you we would in a moment. And if you appreciate this, guys, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button, this really does help our voice. It helps our channel out so much, getting our voice out there. But Elon Musk, this is what was some of the things that were said by Elon Musk and Trump over this, that during the funeral, Elon Musk explained that he met with Trump, and he said that if, this is what Elon says, and I quote, "If we don't hang together, we will surely hang separately, so let us unite." He said, "I was proud to sit with my president tonight." That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you have to just bury the hatchet, move forward for the sake of the country, for the sake of putting America first, and that's what Elon Musk did. I appreciate that so much. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Matthew Refrano, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. Member of the channel, let's go, said rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, MAGA, God bless the USA, amen. Thank you so much, Andy, for the super chat. Thank you so much, brother, said on September 10th, the Epstein information was going to be released, and suddenly Charlie Kirk got killed the same day by a bunch of outcast hoodlums paid by Soros money. I find this suspicious. It's deeper than we've been told. 100%. I believe Deep State was involved in this. Y'all show Andy some love in the chat and show him some love for the super chat. Thank you so much, brother, for your kindness and support. Chip Trap with the super chat said, "For the kiddies, I love it. Show Chip some love in the chat, everybody. OG of the channel." Patrick Trebet with my favorite super chat. Show Patrick some love in the chat, as well as Lay Lewis for being a member for 11 months. Let's go. I love it. Show Lay some love in the chat, as well as Andy, Patrick, and Chip. Guys, big stuff is coming out. Our biggest leaders of the country are coming together, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Is there anything you can tell us about the would-be assassin's transgender roommate, not charged, whose name has not been released, according to accounts, was in a romantic relationship, transitioning? Anything that we know? Is that cooperation ongoing?
Yeah, as a prosecutor, I can't talk about motives or witnesses or cooperating witnesses or people who are talking at all, but I can tell you that there is a strong case against the defendant who is charged, and as Deputy Director Bongino said, it's ongoing as well.
I know, look, I make my living with the First Amendment, Madam Attorney General, you passionately believe in and support the First Amendment. There are certain things you cannot do. You cannot cry fire or scream fire in a crowded theater. You cannot make terroristic threats against individuals. I believe that law was broken with doxing of Supreme Court justices and people that work ICE agents, for example. I think we are right there on that line, and I think some of those people have crossed it and probably should be prosecuted. But you also are watching and reading and hearing, this never-ending, celebration of the left. We saw it with the United Healthcare CEO and the praise of Luigi Mangione, and you're seeing it in this case. It is evil, it is dark, it is sick, it is incomprehensible. Are there any, where does it become a legal issue from your vantage point as Attorney General?
Well, sure, we all believe in the First Amendment, and these people speak horrible things. I think yesterday or today, Sean, a school board member right here in Virginia had to resign because she said horrible things about Charlie Kirk and that he deserved to die. That's horrific. It's free speech, but you shouldn't be employed anywhere if you're going to say that. And employers, you have an obligation to get rid of people. You need to look at people who are saying horrible things, and they shouldn't be working with you. Businesses cannot discriminate. If you want to go in and print posters with Charlie's pictures on them for a vigil, you have to let them do that. We can prosecute you for that. I have Harmeet Dillon right now in our civil rights unit looking at that immediately, that Office Depot had done that. We're looking at that. But Sean, they thought they could silence Charlie. All of this chatter, all of this hate, they couldn't silence Charlie. What they've done is they have created an army of people. I think millions of young people are coming out of the woodwork now. And I think we're going to see a lot of young women as well being very vocal in their conservative values. And Charlie was deeply, deeply religious. We all knew that. And he wore his faith on his sleeve. And I think you're going to be seeing a lot more young people not be afraid to show their religion and to come out publicly. And I think Erica Kirk has done a great job encouraging young people to do just that in Charlie's memory. They thought they silenced him, and it was the opposite.
She gave one of the most beautiful speeches ever, saying that, the greatest ministry that a woman can have is raising her kids. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see them come and hug. We have President Trump and Erica Kirk coming to hug. This just shows you guys, again, what was it over? Family values, Christian values, America first. You would never have imagined that our founders of this country would never have imagined that people would have been assassinated over what I just said. And that's why we have to continue. I hope that we continue to double down, hold these people accountable. The arrests that are happening across the board, we're cleaning up America right now. Operation Midway Blitz, 550 arrests. Operation No Escape, 177 arrests of the worst people in America. And yet, this is the stuff that we continuously have to fight against. And just like Trump said, he said, look, you can't negotiate with these people. When somebody gets fired and you think that the right thing, this is allegedly, but you think that the right thing to do when a TV host gets fired is to go shoot up a news station? Are you kidding me? This is what we're dealing with, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Jeff Paul Freeman, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat with the True Life News t-shirt. Let's go. So, hi, Joe. I've been mega busy, but still love the True Life family. Let's go. Y'all show Jeff some love in the chat. Deanna Perry, welcome to the family. DC in USA, welcome to the family. Show them some love in the chat. This is, again, we're right now in the middle of going through. We're about to go through a dang shutdown. This is what Trump said is most likely to happen. He has told Thune and Johnson, do not back down. Let the Democrats shut down the government, and we're going to show everybody their true colors, because we're not, the Democrats are literally trying to add $1 trillion back more of spending into our federal spending. $1 trillion. We're $37 trillion in debt, and this is what they want to do. And Trump said we're going to expose them all. Listen to this.
And I think everybody will recognize that. I'll just say this. The ball is in Chuck Schumer's court. I hope he does the right thing. I hope he does not choose to shut the government down and inflict pain unnecessarily on the American people. I hope that they will vote on this clean short-term CR so that we can continue the work to get our appropriations done. I'll take a couple questions. Yes,
sir. Will you consider meeting with Schumer and Jeffries before October 1st, the shutdown date? And why haven't you done so far?
I'm always open to meeting with anybody to get our work done here, but there wasn't really much to discuss with Chuck Schumer because he decided and announced a while back that he was not going to go along for a clean short-term CR. Now, remember, he's always voted on these in the past. He's never had a problem with it ever before. But now suddenly he does, and there's no rational reason for him to do so. So wasn't much for us to discuss. Now, I do talk with Hakeem Jeffries, the Democrat leader here, routinely, regularly, and he and I have had a lot of discussions about this, and I encouraged him to tell his folks that they should do the right thing so that we can continue in a bipartisan fashion to get the government funded. And they've chosen a different route, and I hope in the Senate they make a better decision. Yes, sir.
In the event of a shutdown, are you open to negotiating with Schumer and Jeffries, or are you just going to wait out to see if they pass it?
I mean, if Chuck Schumer's negotiation is that he wants to add $1.4 trillion in new spending, the answer is, heck no, we're not doing that. And we're not going to pay for health care for illegal aliens. That's against the law. We're not doing that. They're not being reasonable at all. A short-term CR is not a partisan exercise. We could have loaded this up with partisan provisions, but we're not doing that because we're governing in a responsible manner. I hope Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate will do the same. So
there was some talk about maybe the House leaving after today until after October 1st, the deadline. Do you plan to bring the House back next week later if the Senate doesn't pass this?
We haven't made final decisions on that. There's a lot of discussion about it. The members have a lot of work to do in their districts as well, and so we're always trying to balance those interests, work here and work in the district. We'll figure that out. But I'll just tell you, if Chuck Schumer intends to shut the government down, I don't see an easy route out of that, and there's going to be a lot of pain, and a lot of people will suffer from that unnecessarily. Think of it. We would not be paying our troops at a time of a very serious conflict around the globe. And we could go down the laundry list of things that would happen, and I hope they don't do that to the American people. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
So y'all are seeing, guys, where we're at. And I want to show you both sides because I'm telling you, when even, like, you cannot argue, you can't negotiate. I hope if you appreciate this, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button, guys, helping us grow the channel with your support. You have to be able to come to common ground. And when you're trying to add $1.4 trillion in new spending, are you kidding me? Listen to this.
The last time Congress was up against a funding deadline about 6 months ago, you voted with Republicans to keep the government open. I want to play what you said on the Senate floor at that time, calling it a Hobson's choice.
Either proceed with the bill before us or risk Donald Trump throwing America into the chaos of a shutdown. This, in my view, is no choice at all. While the CR bill is very bad, the potential for a shutdown has consequences for America that are much, much worse.
Mr. Leader, do you no longer believe what you said 6 months ago there?
Things have changed, Dana, in three ways. First, since March, when that happened, the American people have seen how terrible the Trump administration policies are. Their costs are going up because of tariffs, because of electric bills, and most of all, because of the decimation of health care.
Wow.
Second, we have seen...
The decimation of health care was, guess what? Illegal immigrants, if you're here illegally, you don't get health care. That's one of the main fighting points the Democrats are fighting Trump over in the GOP is because they want to allow illegals to get free health care.
They're illegally violating any appropriations bills, any spending bills we've done by their rescissions, their pocket rescissions, and things like that. And so they're doing it illegally.
They defunded USAID, NPR, propaganda, a lot of wasteful spending. So again, what is the context of what you're fighting for? You're fighting so that you can continue to have a propaganda arm, and you're fighting to give money overseas when we don't even have it. We have to borrow every single penny to give to countries overseas.
Legally anyway, whether we had an agreement or not. And third, Democrats are united. We all agree that we cannot allow the present situation, the status quo, to continue when the American people are demanding change. So for the last 6 months, we've been
demanding change. Let me tell you this, guys. I just showed you earlier how right now from the Washington Post, how literally the economy, crime, and immigration, Trump is up in all of those. That's what we're talking about, and that's what America voted for. And I 100%, I want it to happen so bad. Trump already said we're going to take care of the military, we're going to take care of seniors, we're going to take care of those on Social Security. We're going to be okay. And to me, we have to have the backbone to stand up and not cave to the Democrats and let them fill up a CR with a lot of pork. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, because I'm telling you, big stuff. We can 100% revolutionize and bring America first if the dang Republican GOP will have the backbone we need them to have. And again, we want to make sure that when it comes to where Trump is at, I wanted to show you this, guys. Trump said the gun was pointed at him, but the bullet was aimed at all of us. When you have a party that outwardly will not condemn people for celebrating the cold-blooded assassination murder of a peaceful individual, that's it. No more. And that's where Trump is at. Elon Musk has come back into with Trump saying that, hey, if we don't work together, we're gonna fight against each other. So we've got to work together, and I'm gonna stand by my president. That's literally what Elon Musk said, and I'm thankful we're finally getting people back on track. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Today is a big day. I told you on the 22nd of every single month, we donate to a local charity live on stream, and it is that time. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I got just one heart, that me and my family are so grateful for every single one of you. And today we are going to be donating the largest amount we've donated this year live on stream with your support. So when you're a member or you give a super chat donation on the 22nd of every month, we donate to a local charity. And this month it is to a local children's home where kids, they don't have anybody, but they got us, they got our support. And I want this channel to be known for more than just bringing the facts, bringing the receipts. I want to be known as a giving channel. And for those that have given today, y'all have gone above and beyond, and it just makes my heart so thankful. Mr. Norby with the 120 gifted TrueLife News memberships. Chris Prez with 50 gifted TrueLife News memberships. Jim Barbato, Andy, Kathy Brewer, Jogo, Alice Lewis. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for helping us get the likes. JH, to all those in the chat. I'm going to give you some love in just a moment, everybody. Chris Prez, thank y'all so much. When you give, we are giving to bring good into this world. In this, it's called Tupelo Children's Mansion. The URL is mansionkids.org. But this is a home that anybody that they can help, they help out, guys. And they've been doing this since 1953. It's a local charity, and they have just made such a difference in so many people's lives. And I'm working to get a video testimony from them for some kids for what TrueLife News is helping with them out. And we're going to be showing that whenever we get that. But we are going to be making our gift. And like I told you, look, you can go to the website. I do this right in front of you, that we today are going to be giving our most that we've given this year, guys, with your support, with your help. Remember, when you give, YouTube takes a portion of that. We put in together with the proceeds. Today, we're giving $3,500 to this local charity with your support, guys. Show some love in the chat. Guys, we give God the glory. We bring in an amazing group of people together, from the people watching to the chat. Everybody in the chat, y'all are amazing. We couldn't do this without you. To all of our members, to everybody that donates, guys, this is what it's all about. helping those less fortunate, giving God the glory, spreading the good news, guys. And this is one thing that, again, Charlie Kirk did as well. This is, we want kids to grow up with good Christian values. Love your neighbor, be kind, be loving, love your enemy. Like, this is stuff that for anybody, it is a good thing. And I'm so thankful that I'm showing you today our donation of $3,500. This is from the TrueLife News family. We're so thankful for everybody. Y'all know what my name is, but I'm going to go ahead, guys, switch my face real quick because, again, we have, the privacy. And this is something that I'm about to show you the receipt in a moment, guys. So you're about to see it. But we are so thankful for every single one of you who help us in our giving. And it's just such a blessing, guys. It is such a blessing to be a part of this. And from my heart to yours, like, my family is so grateful. It's just something that I dreamed about. We're literally living it in real time right now. And we are about to give right here $3,500 live on stream. And I'm about to zoom in, guys. Look. Got to zoom in right here. The success. This is beautiful. Right here. Live on stream. I just gave mansion to the Tupelo Children Mansion. Success. Thank you for your generous donation. Your information named Joel. Let me switch back and scroll a little bit down. Right here. Here is the amount, payment, payment date. We just did it. 9/22. I told you on the 22nd of every month. Donation amount $3,500. Guys, this is what it's all about. And oh my goodness, like, guys, this really touches my heart. It makes me tear up because, again, we're changing lives. Like, this channel, I believe one day, every single month, we're going to be giving hundreds of thousands to these charities through your support. And I remember our first charity, we gave like $300. And look where we're at right now, guys. This is amazing. If you appreciate this, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button, joining our family here at TrueLife News. We are so thankful for your support, for sharing our videos on X, on Facebook. I want to give some special love to our brother, OG of the channel, guys. Show some love in the chat, Mr. Norby, who has gifted 120 TrueLife News memberships today. If you got a free membership from him, show him some love in the chat. Also, his super chats. Thank you so much, Chris Prez, OG of the channel. 50 gifted TrueLife News memberships. Thank you so much, brother Chris. Thank you so much, Andy, for your super chat. Oh, man, my heart, guys. Chris Press, thank you so much for your super chats. Jogo, Kathy Brewer for gifting 5 TrueLife News memberships. JH for gifting 5 TrueLife News memberships. OGD Dog, Alice Lewis, thank you so much. Jeffrey Hatt, Sweet Kitten, Lori Rapier, Patty Razor, Canaryville Kid, thank y'all so much. Adeline Starr, thank you so much for your support. Joey Ziegler, George Masalis, Nelson Feliciano, Andy, thank you so much, brother. Fred Samuel, Yvonne Criado, Jim Barbado. Show Jim some love in the chat, everybody. Matthew Refrano, Lay Lewis, Chip Trapp, Patrick Trebet, Jeff Palfreyman, Deanna Perry, DC and USA. Andy, thank you so much, brother. Said Schumer wants the taxpayer money coming back to the liberals' pockets and fund their campaigns. And that's what we're catching, guys. We're draining the swamp. We're bringing America first. We're doing everything that we can to make sure that we do the best for America, baby. And that's what it's all about. I want to say thank you so much, everybody. It means the world to us that you support us. The companies, guys, I want to show you. I also own a company called 720 Digital Marketing. The link is in the description. If you need help with websites, graphic design, SEO, PPC, ads, social media, we help you with that. They're a part of our giving here on TrueLife News. We pull it all together, guys, and it's such a blessing, guys. It touches my heart that we can continue growing our giving. We're growing our businesses because, again, too, 720 Digital Marketing also helps grow with our giving as well. We're helping local businesses. And we're just, it's such a blessing that we're living on purpose for something bigger than ourselves. Nadine Jones, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go. Show Nadine some love in the chat. We're going to continue bringing the truth, America first, with every single one of our companies, guys. If, like I said, if y'all need help with if you have a business or you know somebody that needs help with their business online, call us up, 629-300-5488. We're going to take care of you. We love you all. Appreciate you so much. Show everybody some love in the chat that's given today. And I do want to give some special love too. Also, I want to remember Grandma Bonnie Morris. Thank you so much for she gave a couple of days ago. Show Grandma Bonnie Morris some love in the chat. Thank you everybody for your support. We'll see you in the next one.